The top story, the US President Joe Biden made a surprise visit to Kyiv, promising increased arms deliveries for Ukraine and unflagging support ahead of the first anniversary of Russia's invasion of the country. Air raid sirens rang out across the capital as the US President met his Ukrainian counterpart, Volodymyr Zelensky, on what is the US President's first visit to the country since Russian troops invaded in February 2022. Zelensky hailed Biden's visit as a key sign of support. And the visit comes as Beijing lashed out against US claims that China was considering sending arms to Russia to assist in its war in Ukraine.
A surprise visit to war-zone Kyiv by the world's most powerful leader. With 4 days left for the first anniversary of the war, in which tens of thousands have been killed, US President Joe Biden had a stroll down a part of downtown Kyiv. His top-secret visit, till video emerged, comes at a time when questions are being raised in America on the continued economic costs of the war.
1 year later, Kyiv stands, and Ukraine stands. Democracy stands. The Americans stand with you, and the world stands with you. Kyiv has captured a part of my heart, I must say.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said that there was no visit to Ukraine more important than this.
Президентом Сполучених Штатів Америки в форматі тет-а-тет, а потім в розширеному форматі. Це була розмова, яка дійсно наближає нашу спільну перемогу в цій війні. Ми можемо і маємо зробити так, щоб саме цей рік, 23-й, став.
What's clear in Biden's message is that there will be no let-up for support for the war effort. In a White House statement, Biden said, "I'll announce another delivery of critical equipment, including artillery, ammunition, anti-armor systems and air surveillance radars to help protect the Ukrainian people from aerial bombardments." The Ukraine has been demanding tanks from the US and NATO countries as well, also the F-16 fighter jet. After a lot of hesitation and fears that it would further instigate the Russians, Germany agreed to supply state-of-the-art Leopard tanks, and America said that it'll back up that effort by transferring its M1A1 Abrams tanks. Russia continues to hit Ukrainian cities by targeting key infrastructure. While this continues to cause immense hardship to millions, the Russian war effort has failed so far in its primary aim, to overrun Ukraine completely. Instead, Russia has lost half of the territory that it occupied since the war began, suffering massive military reverses. This is now a war of attrition. Who will outlast the other side? For now, there are no clear answers other than the fact that the Ukraine appears as resolute as ever in defending every square inch of its territory, something it's managed to do so far because of the help it's received from countries like the United States. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
And the speedy response of India's National Disaster Response Force teams in Turkey, rattled by a devastating earthquake, has drawn the attention of the entire world, Prime Minister Modi said as he interacted with NDRF personnel involved in Operation Dost in Turkey. The Prime Minister also said that the quick response highlights the preparedness and training skills of the Indian teams.
भारत ने बीते वर्षों में सेल्फ सफिशिएंसी के साथ साथ सेल्फलेसनेस की पहचान को भी सशक्त किया है। तिरंगा लेकर हम जहां भी पहुंचते हैं वहां एक आश्वासन मिल जाता है कि अब भारत की टीमें आ चुकी हैं, तो हालात ठीक होना शुरू हो जाएंगे। तिरंगे की यही भूमिका हमने कुछ समय पहले यूक्रेन में भी देखी, अफगानिस्तान से भी बहुत ही विपरीत परिस्थितियों में हम अपनों को सकुशल लेकर के वापस आए। हमने ऑपरेशन देवी शक्ति चलाया। हमने यही कमिटमेंट कोरोना वैश्विक महामारी में देखा। अनिश्चितता भरे उस माहौल में भारत ने एक एक नागरिक को स्वदेश लाने का बीड़ा उठाया। साथियों, ऑपरेशन दोस्त मानवता के प्रति भारत के समर्पण और संकट में फंसे देशों की मदद के लिए तत्काल खड़े होने के हमारे कमिटमेंट को भी दर्शाता है। दुनिया में कहीं भी आपदा हो, भारत फर्स्ट रिस्पॉन्डर के रूप में तैयार मिलता है। अब तो भारत की सेनाओं के साथ साथ एनडीआरएफ पर भी देश के अलावा दूसरे देशों का भरोसा बढ़ता जा रहा है।
And after losing the party name and symbol, the former Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray is now working to keep the morale high of party workers loyal to him. The first steps being taken to consolidate whatever is left of the Shiv Sena after the Election Commission held that the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde's group has the right to use the Shiv Sena name and the party's bow and arrow election symbol.
Uddhav Thackeray arrived at the Shiv Sena Bhavan today in a show of strength after he lost the name and the symbol of his father's party to rebel-turned Chief Minister Eknath Shinde. He challenged the Election Commission's order in the Supreme Court, but his troubles may just be compounding. In his affidavit, Thackeray says 19 lakh Shiv Sena members support him, but it's hard to determine the ground reality. Shinde's MLAs believe that Shiv Sena Bhavan, the Shiv Sena Shakhas in Mumbai and party funds will also be given to Shinde next.
चुनाव आयोग जो है वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ इलेक्शन सिंबल के लिए ही उनका अधिकार सीमित है, बाकी प्रॉपर्टी हो या फंड हो उसके ऊपर उनका अधिकार नहीं। अगर वो कोशिश करेंगे तो उनको केस की जाएगी चुनाव आयोग को।
What the Shinde faction has taken over is this party office in the assembly. Thackeray is left with 15 MLAs and the rebel turned ruling faction put them on notice today.
हम लोग सब विधायक आए थे, थोड़े बातचीत की। अभी 27 तारीख से हमारा सेशन चालू होने वाला है। 26 में चाय पान का कार्यक्रम होता है, तो उसके पहला थोड़ा हम लोग बैठ के बात करना है। अगर उल्लंघन करते हैं तो उल्लंघन के हिसाब से वो कार्रवाई होते हैं, वो लोग बाद में देखा जाएगा। वैसा ही कोई बात है तो ये हम लोग उल्लंघन वाले को सबक सिखाएंगे।
On this whole dispute, Uddhav Thackeray now wants a solution from the Supreme Court, and his first attempt will be to bring a stay on the decision taken by the Election Commission of India. Now, Uddhav Thackeray has lost control of his own party ahead of the crucial BMC elections, and now strategies are being made on how to strengthen themselves at the grassroots level, not only in Mumbai but across Maharashtra. In Mumbai, with camera person Rajendra Dayalkar, Sohit Mishra, NDTV.
And in Chattisgarh, the Enforcement Directorate conducted raids on the premises linked to state Congress leaders as part of an ongoing probe into the alleged coal levy scam just days before the start of the 3-day plenary session of the party. The Congress has cried foul, calling it vendetta politics, and raised questions over the timings of the raid.
The Centre's Enforcement Directorate searching the premises of over at least 5 senior Congress leaders in Chattisgarh, just 3 days ahead of the Congress's top leadership meet. The targets include treasurer of the state unit of the party on the alleged coal levy scam. Chattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel and chief organizer of the event accused the BJP of pressure tactics.
भारत जोड़ो यात्रा में जो सफलता मिली, राहुल जी के नेतृत्व में जो यात्राएं हुई, उससे भारतीय जनता पार्टी बेचैन है। छत्तीसगढ़ में जो राष्ट्रीय महाधिवेशन होने वाला है, सब लोगों की निगाह यहाँ लगी हुई है और इस घबराहट के कारण से ये कार्यक्रम सफल ना हो, इसके लिए इस प्रकार से निम्न स्तर के हथकंडे भारतीय जनता पार्टी सरकार ने अपनाया है।
The Congress is expected to decide on how it will work with other opposition parties to take on the BJP. While Rahul Gandhi is on a break, allies, especially its Bihar ones, want him and his party to take the lead in uniting the opposition. In fact, today, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar lost a senior leader, Upendra Kushwaha.
हम तो कांग्रेस के नेता लोगों से भी सब कही थी है अभी तो बहुत अच्छा यात्रा हो गया, तो यात्रा तो बहुत अच्छा हो गया, लेकिन अब इसके आगे थोड़ा सोच लीजिए। हम तो उसी के लिए इशारे कर रहे हैं, जल्दी से जल्दी फैसला करिए और हम लोग को बुला करके बात कर लीजिए कि कहां और किनके साथ एकजुट होकर के अगला चुनाव लड़ना है।
हम लोग तो क्षेत्रीय दल है, रीजन्स पार्टी है, लेकिन वही कांग्रेस पार्टी है, राष्ट्र पार्टी है, सब अपने अपने तरीके से लड़ रहे हैं। लेकिन अगर हम लोगों को भाजपा को हराना है, आरएसएस को हराना है, तो हम सभी लोगों को एक होकर के एक रोड मैप तैयार करना पड़ेगा।
Everything is visible to the naked eye. There are processes within processes which are always and already under play.
But cracks in the opposition run deep. Some in the Congress have been upset about both main Bihar allies, Nitish Kumar and Tejaswi Yadav, parties missing Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra, prompting the party to tell Nitish it doesn't need lessons for taking on the BJP. Nitish's opposition rally on the 25th of February clashes with the Congress's party convention, although some Congress representatives are likely to attend it. In Maharashtra, there are differences emerging with the NCP and its reportedly growing proximity to the BJP have prompted the Congress to assess the situation, especially after their ally Uddhav Thackeray lost the Shiv Sena's name and symbol. All this apart from the well-known divide between the Congress and others like the Trinamool Congress, the Telangana's BRS, AAP and even the Samajwadi Party. With Bureau Input, Sunil Prabhu, NDTV.
And the BJP has won just 2 assembly seats in Meghalaya in 2018, but they are aiming high, contesting all 60 seats and fielding majority Christian candidates in the state, dominated by the community. It has even dumped and is targeting Conrad Sangma's NPP, with whom they had formed government in the last time, hoping to cash in on anti-incumbency sentiments.
The BJP's man in the northeast, Himanta Biswa Sarma, makes a strong pitch for why voters in Meghalaya must choose the BJP over regional parties like the NPP or the opposition TMC Congress. He is reaching out to the youth and targets former ally Conrad Sangma, who they had helped form the government in 2018.
सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से मेघालय सरकार को काफ़ी पैसा मिला है कि मेडिकल कॉलेज बनाओ, इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज बनाओ, यूनिवर्सिटी बनाओ, लेकिन ये सब नहीं बन रहा है। तो मेघालय का युवा आज अस्थिर है।
The BJP is contesting all 60 seats in Meghalaya, fielding mostly Christian candidates in this Christian-dominated state, even though in 2018 the BJP had won only 2 assembly seats after they contested 47. The BJP has chosen State Vice President Bernard Marak, who is accused of running a brothel, to take on Conrad Sangma.
It is a statement which they make in almost every election. So earlier the same statement was made for Bengal, and then before that the same statement was made for Telangana. Today the statement is being made for Meghalaya.
The BJP leads the government in 4 out of 8 northeastern states, in Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur and Tripura. Mizoram and Sikkim are ruled by NDA allies. In Meghalaya and Nagaland, the BJP was part of the government but is pushing to increase its political foothold, though regional players still dominate.
What I could see when we are trying to read the mind of the people, that people till today, they are not happy with what is going on right now.
The opposition Congress is fighting to stay relevant in Meghalaya, where the TMC is venturing into a new area.
If BJP is concerned about the people of the state and development, why have not they acted when the alleged irregularities and alleged corruptions were brought to their notice? Why have not they acted? Are they trying to use the other parties as their pawn?
This election in Meghalaya, Conrad Sangma is battling hard to counter the political charge of the main opposition TMC and allies, as also the BJP's push to snatch political space. With Ratnadeep Chaudhary, Anusya Mathur for NDTV.
And in all of its election rallies where they've pulled out all the big guns, the BJP has been putting facing its guns or focusing squarely on the Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Conrad Sangma, and my colleague spoke with the man at the centre of the storm. We had Amit Shah, who had the Union Home Minister has alleged the Chief Minister Sangma has been engaging in family politics. We'll try and get you that exclusive interview. But for now, let's just move across to another fast developing story across the country. It's just February and the temperatures are already climbing across India. Several parts of the country have reported above normal temperatures. Minimum temperatures have settled above the season's normal levels. And many places in Punjab, Haryana and Delhi. From Ladakh to Maharashtra, temperatures are soaring. Delhi is already 9 degrees above normal. Mumbai, 6 degrees up.
Well, it's official, winter is over and India's had its first heatwave warning for this year, and unbelievably it's only February. The IMD's issued a heatwave warning in Maharashtra and the Kutch and Konkan regions, both coastal regions actually, making it rare and unusual for them to be experiencing such soaring temperatures, especially at this time of the year. Now, if you live in these affected regions, there has been an alert issued to avoid stepping out between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. when it's the hottest outside. Also, preventing dehydration is a must, and carrying a water bottle when you step out is strongly recommended. Across India today, temperatures have been a whopping 5 to 10 degrees above normal. For example, Delhi was 9 degrees above normal, and Mumbai 6 degrees hotter than usual too. Similarly, across the world today, on an average, the world itself is 0.6 degrees hotter than normal, with the northern hemisphere taking a bigger hit than the south. And every continent really is seeing extreme temperatures. For example, some places in Australia are forecast to be 50 degrees this coming week. In the USA, places like Florida and the southeast USA are seeing temperatures 10 degrees above normal, and Argentina in South Africa is breaking both the hottest and coldest temperature records in just a single week, with the capital Buenos Aires going from 38 degrees to 7 degrees over the course of 5 or 6 days. The poles have been impacted much more drastically than anywhere else, with the North Pole almost 2.5 degrees hotter than it should be and the South Pole 2 degrees hotter than usual. This is actually seriously bad news for the world, because hotter poles mean more intense and more frequent heat waves for the rest of the world. The Arctic area is already warming thrice as fast as the global average, and even worse, at the South Pole, the Antarctic sea ice cover is at a record low. Back to you.